Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Good to be here.
Thank you.
Welcome to Mesa Morning Live. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Wow, now you've just wrapped up, I believe, your first year.
Yes, it flew by. I mean, every day seems like a year, but the year seems like it was a week. You know, I'm having a lot of fun.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I know you're here today to talk about, to make a plea. So I'm just going to let you kind of run with that.
Well, thanks. Last week, I had the privilege of traveling to Mexico City with the mayors from Phoenix and Tucson, Nogales, and we were there on a trade mission trying to improve our relationship with Mexico City, and I think we had a great visit. But while we were there was a big natural disaster occurred in Guaymas, Sonora, Mexico, which is Mesa's sister city. Guaymas is a city that's very familiar to a lot of us. The Mesa Sister Cities organization, Mesa Rotary Club, are constantly doing things and very involved in that community. There were two very devastating floods that occurred just within 5 days of one another, and there are hundreds of people in Guaymas now that are homeless, and the city is literally underwater and under a big mudslide. And so we had the privilege of meeting with the new governor of Sonora, a delightful young woman, and she issued a plea to the citizens of Mesa, Arizona, to say, please communicate to the folks of Mesa that your sister city in Mexico is in dire need of assistance. And so we have been reaching out to the organizations in our community since that time. Mesa Sister Cities organization is taking the lead, but Rotary and several other organizations, the Chamber, are engaged in doing what we can to kind of rally the troops here in Mesa to send disaster relief materials down to our friends in Guaymas. So for the next several weeks, particularly what's needed is supplies for babies, you can imagine, diapers, formula, also canned foods. The city's going to do what we can. The city's under mud, so we're going to be making arrangements for some heavy machinery to go down to try to help clear the streets and put the city back together. For everybody, though, if you have donations that you can contribute, any Mesa Fire Department, fire station would be happy to receive those. The Mesa Chamber of Commerce, Benedictine University, we're all kind of rallying together to get those supplies and get them down to the folks in Guaymas that need them so much.
That's great. Well, it's one. How many sister cities do we have?
We have, I'm going to say 5.
Okay.
Guaymas is one that we interact with maybe more than the others. Some are in New Zealand and Canada, and one in China that just logistically, it's hard to have a close relationship with. But Guaymas, given our proximity and that they're just there down by Hermosillo in the state of Sonora, which is contiguous with Arizona, it's been a great opportunity, a great relationship over the last several years.
That's great. And boy, time of need like this, anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. So,
thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit closer to home. Tell us a little bit about Mary Main Street.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the chance to talk about this. Mary Main Street, I think, is a name that probably resonates with a lot of us. Several years ago, we had this great festival in downtown Mesa on Main Street during the holiday season. It was very popular, but with the downturn in the economy and for whatever reason, we just kind of stopped doing it. There's a lot of excitement in downtown right now. As you know, the light rail has arrived to downtown, going all the way past Mesa Drive. Also, there's this great tradition at the temple on West Main Street. There's a lights display that attracts over 1 million visitors a year during the month of December. So we've got this great bones of having a wonderful holiday activity, because we've got a lot of people coming downtown. Traditionally, we've kind of asked them to leave as quickly as possible without spending any money, if possible. And we're maybe taking a different approach this year. So we had a huge park and ride next to Pioneer Park. We're constructing a food truck court, and we'll have a dozen or more food trucks throughout the month of December, right there next to the park and ride at Pioneer Park. That's also immediately in front of a light rail station. We're going to try to coax people to go one stop west into downtown Mesa, where we'll have a very large, 4,000 square foot ice rink set up next to City Hall. At the same time, we're going to program a lot of music outside at the MAC, the Mesa Arts Center, a lot of high school bands and orchestras and other performing groups. And then our Downtown Mesa Association is going to have Santa Claus and all kinds of booths and other things right there on Main Street. So our hope is that over the next just few years, downtown Main Street becomes known as the place to be in the Valley for holiday celebrations. So we're very excited about it. I guarantee if you have folks from out of town or you just want to throw the kids in the car and find something fun to do during the holiday season, this is, it's going to be very affordable, but it's also going to be very exciting. And if there's businesses out there, Salt River Project is our named sponsor. They're making a very generous contribution to support this ice rink that we talked about. But there still are lots of opportunities for, I know the business people here from the chamber, if you want to be a part of this, it's going to last 40 days. It'll start Thanksgiving time and go past New Year's. So there's tens of thousands, hopefully maybe even more, of large crowds are going to come downtown, be a part of this. It's a great marketing opportunity for the business community.
Oh, it sounds great. Sounds like a lot of fun. And you just answered the question that came in. How long will it be? So it's going to run 40 days.
Right. The day, we don't want to push, Thanksgiving. We love Thanksgiving, right? So we'll give it probably 20 minutes for Thanksgiving once it's over. We'll start Merry Main Street. And then right after New Year's, we'll call it quits.
That's awesome. Well, there's a lot of great music bands. I know a group that I'd like to recommend to play, but I don't know how to get a hold of them because they don't have a name.
I thought one of the great things about this group, they're going to be successful because they've got kind of a quirky-looking drummer, right? And all great bands have a drummer that you kind of wonder about, right?
I like that.
Right? Indian, am I right? Okay. So maybe I'm thinking of the Roots from the Jimmy Fallon show.
Oh, there you go.
Or, maybe the Beatles had a quirky drummer. And you take two words, Indian, tell me if I'm wrong here. To name a band, you take two words that have nothing to do with one another and you put them together.
Right.
Like Pearl Jam or something like that.
Right.
The Beatle Roots.
The what?
Beatle Roots.
Beatle Roots.
Because they're kind of a Ringo-esque drummer and a Roots-esque drummer. Okay, everyone will come up with better ideas, but that's the one that I have for you.
See, I like the Beatles and the Eagles, so they could be the Beagles.
There you go. See, I knew that I would get the ball rolling and we'd have better ideas.
And I hate to bum the drummer out, but enjoy your hair while you can. Mine used to be like that. So this is what you have to look forward to. Here's another comment here, and the chamber will be hosting the tree and tree lighting ceremony.
Yes, one of the big iconic features of this event is going to be a huge 3-story plus Christmas tree for right in the middle of downtown, right at Center and Main Street. And the chamber is taking the lead in getting folks to help support that. So that'll be the place to have your family Christmas pictures for the season.
Oh, that's great. Well, we appreciate you coming by. It's been a year. What's on the horizon for the next year? What would you like to see happen in Mesa?
Well, I was excited to run for mayor because I wanted to keep the momentum going. I think we've got a great head of steam built up as a community, so that's what I would hope to see to continue to get the momentum going from light rail. The economy is picking up. We're going to add 8,700 jobs to the city this year. Crime, yeah, that's a great thing. Another great statistic to throw out to you showing that the economy is picking up is housing permits are up 79% this year compared to last. So housing is really coming back strong. Eastmark in Southeast Mesa is the hottest selling community in the state, one of the hottest selling in the country. So the economy is doing great. Crime, our Part 1 serious crimes are down 12% this year compared to last. So Mesa's on a roll. Good things are happening. My mission in life is to just keep that momentum going and keep the improvement happening.
Got one band name suggestion? Giles Child. So it's kind of a combination of the mayor and we'll work on that.
These guys are great. I'll take any connection to them.
Well, we appreciate it. We love the job you've done. The only complaint that we get about the mayor is your car is dirty. So, Cobblestone Auto Spa would like to take care of that. So, Mayor, there's a $100 detailed gift card.
Wow.
Take that to Cobblestone. They will treat it better than you have. And they'll give your car some love. And the rest of you, too. Go to Cobblestone. They're all over the valley. The one in Mesa is probably the best. So
I think so.
I think there might just be one. But go to a Cobblestone. You won't be disappointed. Your car deserves it, and so do you. You just feel better in a clean car.
I agree.
So,
I'll go straight there from here.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much for stopping by, and keep up the good work. And we're proud to have you as the mayor of Mesa, Arizona.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Good seeing you.